How to ask a girl out on a date. 10 tips to help her say yes. Here's the thing, you've been talking with a girl, you've been assertive, charming, charismatic, fun. There's a part of her inside that wants to say yes. The thing is, girls can often be very timid, cautious, scared of saying yes to a date with a guy that she barely knows. Alright? And also, they don't actually need to say yes, no matter how fun you've been, you know. There's going to be hundreds of guys trying to date her, so often they just would prefer to take the easy way out and just say no, even though they're really attracted to you. Crazy, right? However, there are 10 things we can do to increase the chances of her saying yes when we ask her out on a date. And I'm going to go through those to you in this video right now. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to ask her out on the very first opportunity you get, the very first conversation you have with her. This is what confident men do. Cowards, they like to wait for a sign. They like to, the sign that she's attracted. They like to be friends first or wait for like the perfect moment. Okay, but she doesn't want to date a coward. That's the thing, right? It's cowardly and it's playing it safe. And if you're spending a lot of time with this girl, like, she's gonna know you're attracted to her and you're just pussying out, asking her out. Okay, it's not gonna be in your best interests. And also, you might miss your opportunity, right? Single women don't stay single and dateless for very long if they're beautiful, you know? When you ask her out on the first time seeing her, what does that communicate? It communicates that you're confident in yourself, that you're assertive, that you're the kind of guy who goes for what he wants unapologetically. These are all really attractive things. Okay? And also, if you're meeting her on the street or in the club or whatever, you might not ever see her again, so you need to ask her the first time you see her, right? Tip 2 is to not make it a big deal. If you make it a big deal to go on a date with her, it's going to seem like a big deal for her to say yes. You don't need to all these words about how you've been thinking about it for a long time and how you've grown to really like her and you'd love it if she joined you at this place. Alright? You don't even really need to explain how awesome the venue is that you've chosen and you're going to have such a nice time there. Alright? Less is more. What would I say? Hey, there's a new cafe in my neighborhood. We should go together. You'd love it. Okay? That's it. That's all it needs. Tip 3 is say we should. We should go together. Not would you like to? Would you please do me the honor of joining me at so and so bar? Like, no. Alright? We should. It's more confident, it's more assertive. And tip 4 is don't call it a date. You don't need to call it a date. Alright, if you've been flirtatious, if you've been, you know, telling her, showing her that you like her, and then you just invite her to the place, alright, she's gonna know what your intentions are. By calling it a date, you just make it more of a big deal, you put more of that pressure on her. Tip 5 is to be clear about where you want to go. Alright, you should already have a place in mind where you want to take her. Again, this makes you look confident and assertive. It also helps her picture, you know, being in that place with you, and then she can develop a clearer idea in her mind if she would enjoy doing that with you. Alright, tip 6 is actually maybe one of the most important ones, is make it easy for her to say yes. Choose a date that's easy for her to say yes to, okay? Something that does not require a lot of time commitment from her. It's not an activity that's going to make her uncomfortable, she has to prepare for. And it's somewhere where she doesn't have to travel a long distance, alright? All of my first dates are drinks at a cafe or a bar, alright? It's not a 3-course meal where she has to like sit there and she can't leave even if she doesn't like me. Alright? It's not horse riding or ice skating or hiking or anything which like she might not be good at. Okay? Unless I know that she loves these things, maybe. Okay? Drinks at a cafe or a bar. It's simple, it's low investment, it's easy for her to say yes to. There's nothing for her to get scared about, alright? All of these like big gestures, you can save them for when you're like dating properly or when you're in love or something. Tip 7 is to ask her out as near into the future as possible. All right, if you're just standing there in the high street or like at a bar or wherever, right, and you both have a few minutes spare, why not take her for a drink somewhere there and then at a nearby cafe? All right, you're not calling it a date, you're not calling it an instant date as we do in the seduction community, but why not? Okay, there's no reason not to. It's actually really great. The more time you spend with her on that first time meeting her, the more she gets to know you, the more she's going to want to see you again. Alright? If neither of you have time to go on a date instantly, alright, you want to be inviting her out later that evening, tomorrow, the next day, alright? As soon as possible. That reduces the time for her to forget how cool and charismatic and awesome you were. It reduces the time where some other guy slides in her DMs that's better than you, alright? Something pops up in her life which means she doesn't want to date you anymore, reduces that time, okay? Tip number 8, do not let her bring her friends. It shocks me how often shy girls are gonna try and do this, alright? Can I bring my friend? Okay. If she asks to bring her friends, alright, say these words, alright? I would prefer just to get to know you. Bring your friend next time. You can send those exact words in a text. It's worked for me lots of times. Alright? When she brings a friend, okay, that just makes it doubly hard. You've got 2 people to impress. You're going to have to try and pull her home while her friend is watching. It just makes it way harder. There's absolutely no need to do it. Tip 9 is to say no if she agrees to meet you just as friends. Alright? What have we said a million times? Like, the friend zone is so difficult to get out of. Don't let her put you in it. Alright? If she says this, make a fun joke about it. Alright? No, girl, you're way too attractive to be my friend. I'd be a terrible friend to you. Alright? Yes, only if we're the sort of friends who flirt outrageously and hook up when no one's looking. Alright? And tip 10 is if she says no, like, don't sweat it. Don't get butthurt. Don't be miserable. And don't run away either. Stay there in the conversation. Keep being fun. Keep making her laugh. Keep building rapport with her. Keep building those emotions up, making her have a good time. And then ask her out again a bit later on. Alright? Maybe she just needed a bit longer to get to know you. Those are your 10 tips. They work through text message or online as well as face-to-face. I'd be encouraging you to be asking guys out face-to-face, getting those real-life memories with a woman in real life out here. If you have approach anxiety, you're too scared to do that sort of thing. We actually have an ebook for that. It's called How to Conquer Social Anxiety. Alright, and you can download that. You just need to go to gameglobal.net/books. Other than that, my name's Joe out here in Cappadocia. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you real soon.